Finally, one more thought. It was the Roman philosopher Seneca who taught us that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And many of us spend much of our time looking for the luck and hoping we've prepared for it when it does come. Like the luck we all had when pharma came up with a COVID vaccine faster than anyone imagined. A luck born of years of companies like Pfizer investing in research.
It's not about Pfizer, I think it's about the pharmaceutical industry. I think this industry demonstrated the value that brings to society.
Or Elon Musk's luck in becoming the richest man in the world after years preparing to make electric vehicles before most of us even knew that we wanted them.
We surpassed 250,000 cumulative deliveries since the company's inception, and had record Model S and X net orders and deliveries last quarter.
And of course, sometimes luck can go the other way, when all the preparation we thought we'd made turns out to have been for the wrong thing, like for Silicon Valley Bank, that no doubt thought it was preparing for the worst by putting all that capital into long-term government bonds, only to watch the Fed raise rates faster than it ever had before, and in the process reduce the value of all those bonds. And we all know how that turned out.
We need to recognize that a run on a bank nowadays is much different than it was 5-10 years ago. In very few seconds, you can move out money from the bank. And so we need to take in account how we calibrate liquidity requirements, but also how we make the balance sheet of banks more eligible for access to the central bank window.
And then we have the dramatic case of the Alaska Air flight taking off from Portland, Oregon last Friday, only to have a fuselage panel blow out at 16,000 feet and narrowly averting what could have been a true catastrophe. It's not that Boeing hadn't prepared for safety problems with its 737 MAX aircraft. After all, they'd been grounded for nearly 2 years after 2 deadly crashes. And Boeing CEO assured the world that it had taken extraordinary steps to ensure their safety.
As of today, our test pilots have made more than 700 737 MAX flights with the new updated software. We are making daily, steady progress on these final certification steps.
But despite all that preparation Boeing had reportedly undertaken, near disaster struck. And Boeing is back to the preparation drawing board. But in that same dramatic story, we also saw a different sort of preparation result in what seemed an almost miraculous result. After the plane had landed safely, an Apple iPhone was discovered by the side of the road in the area. It had been sucked out of the plane and fell 16,000 feet. Almost unbelievably, that iPhone was still functioning in the airplane mode, with half a charge left on its battery and an email on the screen from Alaska Air about checked baggage from the flight. When Apple announced its new iPhone, made of titanium no less, some of us may have wondered what exactly Apple was preparing our iPhones for. And now we know. Maybe there's something to be said, after all, for getting our phones from asteroids.